Welcome to part 7 for the 1986 Ford F250 I'm working on. So this is the portion where we are basically welding the outer cab floor section that has a weather strip on it. In part 5 and 6, you saw me install the inner rocker panel for this side of the truck, and now I'm going to attach that to this outer part of the cab floor. This is kind of one of the hardest areas that I've had to weld so far, specifically because when I mounted it, I didn't look under the truck. You have to remember, I'm doing this voiceover now knowing exactly what I did wrong, but in the moment I had no idea that there was all rust under exactly where I was welding. I had grinded it down on my side because there was like Dynamat residue and I kept catching it on fire, but I had no idea what was under, so I kept blowing holes through, and I'm like, why am I blowing holes through? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm new at welding, so like none of this made sense to me. I was so frustrated. This side probably took me the longest. I'm currently, like, as I'm doing this voiceover, working on the driver's side of this, and I'm doing it completely different. I can't wait for you guys to see, but this was painful to do, and it took a lot out of me. I kind of like separated my days working here because I dreaded doing this. And what's even funnier is at some point later on, I'm gonna have to actually cut out that little piece that I welded together and cut a new piece because I didn't realize that there was rust there, but I won't know that until later, obviously. But so the other thing with aftermarket pieces is they don't fit nice. Like, they just don't. All of this doesn't fit how I want it to, and there are gaps I'm gonna have to fill. If anybody can give me suggestions on like how to fill the gaps the most efficiently, like should I cut more scrap metal and weld that to the gaps, or should I like is there something that I can use that's not metal? Like this is ridiculous, and I can't wait to get done with it, and I think this is going to be honestly the hardest part of the truck. But yeah, if anybody can recommend anything to me, literally greatly appreciated. I'm going to be here welding for the rest of my life. Another important piece of information is that anywhere that the seat for the cab was bolted, I think there were 4 bolts, all of that whole area is completely rusted out. I don't even know how the chair didn't fall out while I was driving. Like, the fact that it was even as sturdy as it was is crazy. So that whole strip too, I don't know if you can see it from here. It's basically where my ground clamp is for the welder. That area right there, that whole support has to get redone. I need to put a completely different sheet on that. You're going to see that too. It's going to suck. That one was really hard because I had to like bang it into place. It wasn't the way that it needed to be coming off of the truck. So it was definitely, this whole floor, I will tell you, it's not going to look the prettiest, but I mean, also you're not going to see it because I'm going to completely insulate the inside when I'm done. I'm going to repaint, I'm going to sand it all down, and then I'm going to put a really, really nice carpet on it. So you're not going to, aesthetically, it's not that serious, but functionally, this shit is going to be solid. There's not going to be any more rust. I'm going to get it all out. There's not going to be any weak spots. There's not going to be any metal noises. I was literally stepping on tin when I was driving this from Jersey to New York for like an hour and a half. Every time I hit the clutch, I felt like my heel was going into the bottom of the truck. So that won't happen anymore, thankfully. And like I said, the integrity of the floor is going to be amazing. I did find a truck later that I could have used the floor from, and I contemplated it, but I'm already this far and I already brought the pieces, so I'm just going to keep doing it until I get it over with, because I just feel like I need to now do it for the mental battle that I'm going through. I need to overcome this. Jesus Christ. These are just getting bad. Whatever. Just keep going. Also important to note that here in this corner, there was so much dynamite that I hadn't ripped up that it kept catching on fire. And at first I was like, this is like whatever. But then I started to get pissed off because I'm like, why does this keep catching like on fire? And it started to smell and it stink up the shop. And then I had to keep opening the freaking garage doors and it was freezing. It was just literally a mess and I hated this. But this was just a little preview of where I'm gonna get with this truck, because I could have filmed more, but I really just, like, if you notice with this stuff, I'm not really talking or doing anything in the moment because I'm so frustrated and concentrated that I'm not thinking of the video. So moving forward, the videos will definitely be a little bit more interesting. This one was just a painfully long and realistic day in my life trying to weld this truck together. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at part 8.